Hey guys, Dave here from Easy Country Cooking and Cook and Share. Well, here's the thing. We're going to have another mystery box recipe today because I was asked by a company to do this potato hamburger casserole. And I said, okay, only if I can make some modifications to make it super delicious. So again, this is fresh out of the box. I don't know. It's a kind of, like I say, it's a mystery box. I think it's going to be super good, but we'll see at the end of the video. All right, guys, let's start with our ingredients. So what I've got here is some cheddar cheese soup. So I've never had this before, so I went to Walmart, picked it up, and we're going to see how it's going to be. I've got some evaporated milk. We got some good old plain milk. Potatoes, of course. Some onion, garlic, cheddar cheese, some beef, because we're going to do the ground beef in the food processor by hand. Good old Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, and of course my coffee, my Java that I'm going to drink. Okay, first off, guys, what I've got here is some beef that I picked up. It was kind of on sale, and it's some stir-fried beef. I haven't got a whole lot of fat on here. It's about 5%, so I'm going to get this in the food processor, and we're going to process this up. And once again, guys, I'm using the good old Magiccos FP408 here. I've been running this for about a year, and I just absolutely love it. So, off we go with the top. And of course, I'm using the cutting blade here, or chopping blade, I should say. And we're going to go in with the beef. Just kind of get this around the edges here too. And it's kind of important you put the beef in like this. You don't drop it down the chute. Right about like that. Now, the top on. Lock it down. And we're going to start off slow here, about 1. And eventually work our way out. And we got our ground beef here, guys, and this has been pretty darn good to me. Now, you know, you can always buy ground beef, or you can also use a meat grinder, but that's pretty good ground beef. Alrighty then, next up, some oil into a pan over medium-high heat. Now, normally here, guys, I wouldn't add oil when I'm using ground beef, but this beef doesn't have a lot of fat. Like I said, it's only about 5%, so in this case, I'm going to add just a touch of oil. Now, in with our beef, and we're just going to stir this around and fry it up. And just check this out, guys, how dry it actually gets when you make your own beef, unless you get some fat in there. And I got to thinking here, guys, in my little brain, that this beef, it was around $10 even on sale. So it certainly wasn't cheap. But can you imagine those tubes they sell for $6? I mean, I know what's in this. Can you imagine you don't even know what's in that? There could be hooves, eyeballs, there could even be pork. Who knows what's in it? So at least I know what's in this beef. And we're looking pretty good here. So I'm going to move everything to one side. And I'm going to go in with half a small chopped onion. And 3 cloves of garlic. You know me and my garlic. So we shall just stir and saute this until that incredible aroma of onion and garlic fill the air. Now, as you probably saw, guys, there's a bit of water in there I took out. I said, I know what's in it, but really I don't. It could be anything. Water, dye, who knows. All right, we're looking pretty good here. So I'm going to mix everything together. And now I'm going to go in with some mixed veggies. You know, maybe about half a cup. It's just peas and carrots, but you can use whatever you want. Give everything a stir around. And these are frozen veggies, I should say. And we'll season things up with a bit of salt. Maybe a teaspoon or 2. Well, actually a teaspoon. And of course some ground black pepper. And this is where it will be a teaspoon or 2. And of course, some Italiano seasoning. And again, about a teaspoon or 2 of this. Give everything a mix around here and a quick fry. This is starting to smell good, guys, with that seasoning. And we is pretty much done here, guys. So I'm just going to kill the heat and we'll set this aside. Next up, guys, I'm going to grab up some potatoes. I'm going to peel these up. And these are just kind of a white potato, I think. Use any one you want. Okay, now and only now, we are going onto the disc holder with the coarse cutting blade of the old Magiccos. Onto the unit itself, And of course, lid on, lock down, and in with the potatoes. Now, of course, guys, you could have done these by hand, but I mean, you can't get much faster. That was done in about 45 seconds than this, and just look at these. I mean, cut to perfection. There's no way a sharp knife could do that, even a mandolin or whatever you call it.
Now, before we put the Magiccos away, I'm going to fire it up one more time, so we're going on with the coarse shredding blade.
Back onto the unit, same drill. Now I'm going to shred up some old cheddar cheese.
And once again, a super fantastic job using the Magiccos food processor.
All right, before we start to build our casserole, I'm going to make up the sauce. And for this, I'm going to use just half a cup of regular old 2% milk. Follow this with a can of evaporated milk. I guess this is what, 12, 14 ounce can, something like that. And a can of, believe it or not, cheddar cheese soup. Never tried this, but I hear it's good. So go ahead and put this in. And of course, I'll give everything a stir up. Now, guys, you don't have to use the cheddar cheese soup. I mean, I haven't had it before, but I hear it's really good, so I want to try it. But, you know, you could use cream and mushroom, whatever you like, something like that. And the evaporated milk, that's just a little different consistency and a little different taste, which adds to it. I mean, you could use, you know, a cup and a half of milk too if you want, but I just kind of like this mixture. I think it's going to be good. Next step, we're going to begin to build our casserole by grabbing up some of those taters and just putting them into the bottom of about a 9x12 or 9x13 casserole dish. Something like this. Then a layer of our yummy beef mixture. So we're going to do about 3 layers here, or as many as we can get in. And a layer of that cheese we shredded up. Now, you could even add some extra old in here too, guys. I think that would be good. You know, the white stuff. But, you know, up to you. Then we're going to add a little bit of that sauce over the top of that. Something like that. And you probably guessed it, my friends. We're just going to repeat this process a couple more times until our casserole dish is full. So let's see how many layers we get here. Now, this is the final layer here, so I ended up getting 3 layers. But like I said, you know, if you have a deep casserole dish, you could probably go with 4. But in my humble old opinion here, I think 3 is enough. But the more I'm doing this, guys, and the more I'm thinking, I do declare this is going to be pretty good, I think. I can smell it. You know, the whole thing. The last layer of cheese.
And the finale with that last layer of sauce over the top. Now this is going into a 375 degree preheated oven for about 50 minutes to an hour. You can cover this. Some people like to cover it with aluminum foil, but I'm not going to.
After about 55 minutes, guys, it is pretty much done today. And this is looking and smelling ever so good. I think this is going to be great. All right, guys, let's lift some of this up and have a looky-see here. Oh. Now, I think this is going to, if it tastes anything like it smells, it is going to be so good. And to me, it's looking pretty good. And when I grab some of this up onto a fork, guys, look how good it looks. Those potatoes that are done nicely, the beef, the veggies, and that sauce. All right, guys, let's give this a taste and see. You know, This is actually really good. Yeah, cheddar soup, I really like. The potatoes are not done nicely. It is really a nice casserole. Well worth making. And if you do make it up, drop us a line. Let me know. Love to read the comments. And most of all, give us a like and subscribe because it does help the channel out. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you make this out. Check out the food processor if you get a chance. And I am going to have more of this casserole. So good.